Hi there. Today we are studying Psalm number 61, and this is the book that I'll be reading out of. And as an overview, David composed this prayer while fleeing from Saul. Saul was the first king of Israel and also his father-in-law who wanted to kill him and usurp his power because he wanted his son to be his successor. The object of all his thoughts and this entreaty is that God grant him, David, long life, not for the sake of pursuing the pleasures of the world, but rather to serve God in awe all his days. All right, so the first thing that I want to work on is verse 3. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the verse word for word in Hebrew and translate it word by word in English, and then discuss the various possible meanings. So first, as a preface, in English, we say the adjective before the noun. So we would say smart girl. In Hebrew, we say the noun before the adjective. So we say yalda chachama, girl smart. Okay, so the order that the words appear in Hebrew is not the same that the translation is in English. So you'll see here in a second. Mikatse, from the end, haaretz, of the earth, elecha, to you, ekra, I will call, be'atof, in cloaking, libi, my heart. So how this verse is translated, they start at the end. When my heart is cloaked, meaning in troubles, from the end of the earth, I call to you. So I actually looked up several different translations for the word be'atof. In modern Hebrew, atifa is wrapping. So I like the definition cloak. And for the word troubles, we have to read between the lines in the context of what David is saying. What does cloaked pertain to? So it pertains to his challenges, his difficulties, his troubles. So in other Psalms on BibleGateway.com, they translated the word be'atof, which has many different meanings, but they're all similar, as without strength. So it's saying when I was without strength, I called out from the end of the earth to you, something like that. Or when I was faint, I called out from the end of the earth to you. Or when I was overwhelmed. So they're different translations, but it kind of captures the same sentiment. So David is without strength or faint or overwhelmed, cloaked with troubles, wrapped with troubles. It's different ways of expressing the same idea. And to delve further into this, the meaning behind this verse, it's talking about the theme of yearning and returning. So yearning to be close to God versus returning from being distant to God. So it says here, when we are acutely aware that we are at the end of the earth, which is the literal words, miktsei haaretz, from the actual psalm that it was written in the original Hebrew, what the end of the earth is a metaphor for, or alluding to, that's when we are distant from God. So he's saying that's when we call out to you, when we are consumed with a desire to flee the world and bond with God. So something is difficult, is challenging, and we really need God in our lives. So ironically, it is this yearning itself that leads to the seemingly contrary decision to return to the mundane. So sometimes when people are going through hard times, returning to the mundane helps them to get their mind off of things, or it's like a distraction. When we transcend the mundane and connect with God, we recognize that God's desire is for us to immerse ourselves in this world and sanctify it. So we're not supposed to be like monks who go off into the mountains and just meditate all day. They have, their room and board taken care of, so they don't have to worry about making a living. They basically have a very peaceful existence. They don't have other people to like really fight with or any drama in their lives. That is not the purpose of the world or in our existence. Our purpose is to immerse ourselves in the struggle, in the work, being either a boss or an employee, and having all these different types of relationship challenges, and overcoming that and sanctifying it by the way that we handle it, right? We're supposed to be positive role models for other people as well. So it's not just about lifting ourselves up in the world, whether it's physically, financially, spiritually. It's about doing that and helping others to do the same thing by bringing heaven down to earth, meaning bringing a holiness and infusing it into mundane things such as making a living and just life itself. So by transcending the world, we realize why we belong here. Thus, enlightened, we invest our fervor for transcendence into bettering the world. So our whole purpose for being here is to make the world a better place by making ourselves better people and better examples, better role models. And when we lift ourselves up, we inspire other people to do the same. It's a ripple effect. So in this psalm, it's not too long. It's only 9 verses. So really, that's the main message that I want to convey here. So the take-home message or the actionable is to work on not enlightenment for the sake of enlightenment. That's selfish. And we need to infuse, godliness into what we do, better ourselves, become better people in every way, physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, in every way, to become better and better and to help other people do the same. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.